Good morning and welcome to Biocon's Q2FY23 earnings call. At a consolidated level, group revenues grew 23% year on year to 2,384 crores, driven by a very strong performance across our businesses. The biosimilars business grew 34%. Research services grew 26% and generics grew 18%. Biocon Biologics biosimilars business grew 34% to 997 crores from 743 crores in Q2 last fiscal. Generics grew to 623 crores from 530 crores last fiscal. And research services registered 768 crores this fiscal compared to 610 crores last year. Core EBITDA at a group level was up 34% at 816 crores versus 609 crores last fiscal, and with very healthy margins of 35% versus 33% last fiscal. This, of course, emanated from R&D investments that rose 52% to 252 crores versus 165 crores last fiscal, which of course reflects very strong pipeline progression, which is so imperative for future growth. I would also like to now dwell upon some other aspects of our business. Biosimilars of Biocon Biologics contributed to 42% of consolidated revenues. Research services contributed to 32%, and the balance 26% was contributed by generics. I would like to make a few comments on the Viatris acquisition, which we expect to conclude very shortly. And once this happens, obviously, we will see a very large bump up in terms of revenues and profitability of our Biocon Biologics business. Added to this is, of course, the serum numbers from the Serum Alliance. But a few more points on the Viatris acquisition. We have now received the required permissions to go ahead with this transaction. And this will then entail Biocon Biologics to basically issue $1 billion worth of stock to Viatris, which at an agreed level will translate into a 12.9% minimum stock stake for Viatris. It also entails a $2 billion payout on closure to Viatris. And this will then allow us to immediately embark on the integration and transition of the Viatris business into Biocon Biologics, which is critical to basically then capture the huge growth potential that this business offers us. In order to address the $2 billion payout to Viatris, this will entail a $1.2 billion debt raise, which we have put into place, and an $800 million equity infusion into Biocon Biologics. The $800 million equity infusion into Biocon Biologics will be split up between $150 million fresh capital from Serum Institute and a $650 million infusion coming from Biocon. Biocon itself has $230 million of internal reserves, which it will use for this infusion into Biocon Biologics. But in addition to that, it aims to raise mezzanine funding, which it will then address through other fundraisers, through equity fundraise, as well as through other kinds of fundraisers, which may involve a stake sale an additional stake sale of Syngene. So all in all, I think we're in a good place to close this transaction. I think it's imperative to close this transaction and move into the integration and transition phase. And I do believe that with all the opportunities that lie ahead of us, which includes the assembly business, which is tracking in the right direction. We are now approaching a 12% market share in the US. New prescriptions are tracking at 14%. And with the kind of opportunities that we are addressing, we should be in a good place to capture mid to high teen market share in the near future. Added to this is the strong performance of trastuzumab and pegfilgrastim in the US market, which is again garnering a good double-digit market share. And added to that, of course, is the huge opportunity that we see for adalimumab starting the middle of calendar year 2023. And then let's hope that we get our approvals for bevacizumab and aspart soon, which will then add to our portfolio and the growth opportunities that we are seeing ahead of us. As a part of the transaction, we are also hopeful of seeing a strong uptick in terms of growth opportunities that will emanate from aflibercept or Eylea. We are at this point in time in a patent dance with Regeneron, the innovator, and we may be able to be the first to get approved for Eylea, which then offers us another unique growth opportunity in this space. I do believe very strongly that Biocon Biologics is uniquely placed in biosimilars. We have the opportunity of becoming the world's largest biosimilars company, which is going to be fully integrated with end-to-end capabilities, which we did not have until now. I think R&D and manufacturing was always a strength within Biocon Biologics, but now we bolt on a very strong commercial engine in advanced markets, which I think gives us a very, very large opportunity to seek leadership in this very, very interesting and emerging space. Additionally, of course, Biocon Biologics has recently hired top talent to lead this opportunity in advanced markets. And I'm very excited with the team and the opportunity. So I will basically conclude by saying all our businesses are in very good shape to deliver strong growth in the second half. I think we are all basically at an inflection point, whether it is Syngene with the Zoetis manufacturing opportunity that can become a very, very large opportunity for Syngene in the coming years, whether it is Biocon Biologics with its huge opportunity to be a global leader in biosimilars, or whether it is Biocon, which is also at an inflection point, given some of the very exciting molecules that are nearing the approval stage. So I think when you look at our overall business, we are a very differentiated company with very, very diversified offerings. And I believe that given the market dynamics that are playing out today in terms of global healthcare, it positions us in a very strong segment, whether it is research services, whether it is generics, or whether it is biosimilars. I think we have a huge opportunity ahead of us. I believe that operational excellence and flawless execution will allow us to deliver very strong performance over the coming years. Thank you.